Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro suing the federal government over its federal funding freeze. And while federal courts reverse the freeze for now, food banks locally are on edge. KDKA's Shinn found out how they're preparing for the days ahead.
According to the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services, 1.7 million people face food insecurity in our state every day, and they rely on food banks to fill that void in their lives. But now food banks say they're feeling uncertain in the face of federal funding cuts. For 40 years and counting, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank has provided food for those in need. That's 48 million meals each year in our area. But they count on the U.S. Department of Agriculture, or USDA.
Food we receive from the federal government through USDA represents almost 20% of all the food we distribute throughout the year.
According to Lisa Scales, the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank CEO, it's 8 million pounds of distributed food. Scales says federal funding also helps the local economy.
And there's federal funding for us to purchase from local growers and farmers throughout the state of Pennsylvania. And currently we're spending around $130,000 a month to purchase those items.
So they're scaling back now to get through the month.
We have funding through March through that program, but after that, we're not sure whether we'll continue to receive funding. Very concerned about that.
They get by on donated food items. They will buy items too.
In the long term, though, is that sustainable? I mean, are you guys able to provide the same scale that you are right now with the federal funding if and when that goes away?
We're not. We really will rely on our community to come together to help support our purchasing efforts.
And they're not alone.
We're all experiencing the same increased level of concern right now.
Food banks around our community on edge for what they can continue to do for you. The White House says funding going to direct individuals like through programs such as SNAP or WIC will not be impacted by the spending pause, but that could change anytime. In Pittsburgh, Shinn, KDKA-TV News.